I'm back. It's 2024, and we got another 90-day challenge coming at you. We tossed it out there, $10,000 transformation challenge. I'm going to be training out of the den for the next 90 days. That's right. I know you haven't seen me much for the last, couple months. I've been traveling like crazy, rehabbing that shoulder injury. I'm happy to say that I got no more pain left in my left shoulder. That's incredible for me because it was bothering me, as you saw in a lot of my old training videos. I had to shut down that, whatever we wanted to call it, that, the 30-day challenge that we were doing. I was so proud of everyone who took part in it. A lot of really good progress people had. I unfortunately had to step away from the cutting aspect of it because I just found being depleted with that kind of stricter diet was not allowing me to rehab. And I just finally had to say, you know what? I'm going to up those calories. I'm going to lower the weight, not necessarily the intensity, but I don't want to hurt that shoulder anymore. So, that was November and December. January was all traveling, not making excuses. I want this to be an example for anyone else out there who thinks, you know what, my lifestyle doesn't allow me to get to the gym much, doesn't allow me to train much. We all know those are excuses. I'm not going to make any excuses. I know now I have to correct myself. At my leanest last summer, I was 191 pounds. I was looking great. I probably just dropped right below 9% body fat. I'm currently well over 200. We'll step on the scale a little later. But, there's that 20 pounds in 6-7 months. I understand that it happens. I can relate to people who say, I don't necessarily have time to get to the gym. I've been in 6 different countries in the last month and a half. Yes, they had gyms in the hotels. You know what, I'm not even going to get into all that kind of stuff because, sometimes it just happens. We understand. You don't even have to call it an excuse. Sometimes life just gets in the way. Some people have children. Some people are working overtime. There's a lot of situations where maybe you can't eat the best, train regularly, whatever it may be. This 90-day transformation challenge, I'm taking very personally. We've already got over 40 people who have signed up to be part of this 10K transformation challenge, and I'm going to lead by example. So, you know what? One of the things that a lot of people ask me about, let's get straight into it. What is my diet looking like? Well, my goal for this transformation challenge, I'm not looking to put on any muscle. I'm going to train very intensely, but I'm going to get back on a strict diet. I'll outline it here for you so you know exactly what I'm going to be doing. You may be going at it from, I want to put on more muscle. I want to be more athletic. I want to get my sprints up, whatever the hell it is. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing for the cutting portion to try and get the leanest I've ever been in my life. My goal is to actually probably drop 20 to 25 pounds in 90 days. Now, the first thing I'm going to say is when you want to drop weight that quickly, you have to do it smart. And you have to understand that the moment you get to your desired goal, you don't just step away. This is where a lot of people who step on stage have problems. The reverse diet is actually more important than the meal planning to get to your desired physique, body fat percentage, whatever it is. You have to be for damn sure that you've got the effort, not only for the 90 days, but for at least 30 days after that, to level out how you've been eating. Because if you eat super strict and then day after you're done, go and start eating cheesecake and a bunch of excess sugary carbs and you go drinking, you can put back on 20 pounds in a week and a half. I've seen heavyweights step off stage and within 2 days they're 35 pounds heavier. All right, so let's just get into it. I'm going to be eating for the first 21 to 24 days of this 90-day challenge so I can hit my desired goals. I usually reassess around that 3-week mark and then dial it up or down depending on how I'm noticing my results. So this is what it's going to look like. We're going to list it right here. Meal number 1, 200 grams lean ground beef with 100 grams of white rice for a total of 480 calories. Meal number 2, 200 grams of grilled chicken, 100 grams of sweet potato for a total of 415 calories for that meal. I'll do an add up for the whole thing when we're done here. Third meal, also chicken, 200 grams grilled chicken breast, 100 grams of green beans. So as you'll notice, not only am I getting leaner proteins throughout the day, but I'm getting less starchy carbs the closer I am to bedtime. So the 100 grams green beans, 200 grams grilled chicken, that's 360 calories. Meal 4 will be my leanest meal. It's going to be 200 grams of broiled tilapia, 100 grams of green beans for 290 calories. What I like to do is before bed. I know most people out there say you don't eat before bed. Yeah, if you have a sedate lifestyle, you don't eat crap before bed, like a bag of potato chips. I always eat right before bed, and I like to make it protein. For myself, I find that beef, for some reason, a lean cut of beef helps my body throughout the night if I'm not eating for 6-7 hours. I wake up and I'm much tighter when I incorporate lean beef before bed. So my very last meal will be 100 grams of lean ground beef, 100 grams of grilled chicken breast for 340 calories on meal number 5. That brings my entire day's calories to roughly 1,885, 1,900 calories, depending on how accurately we're weighing. So that's what we're gonna start. For the first 3 weeks, 21 to 24 days, when we reassess, we're aiming for that 1,900 calories a day. Like I said, a lot of you out there are gonna say, wow, that is nuts. That's very minimal. And it really is. I do not advise going this low. If you were to copy this at home and you're not hard cutting, this is just experience that I've had for me. You might wanna have an extra 75 calories roughly per meal. If you're doing 5 meals, that's where you should start. Me, I understand how my body reacts. This is how I'm gonna do it. I've been doing stuff for a couple decades, whether I was in the fight game or whether I was on the gym floor. I know how my body reacts. I know how my body composition changes. This is how I'm going to do it. If you want to reach out and contact me, you can do it over here, and I can answer your questions, or just put it in the comments here. I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm going by a decade, 2 decades worth of experience of personal and helping people, but I would never claim to be a professional at this. But I will help, or if I can't answer your questions, I will find someone who can. All right? So yeah, that takes care of the diet aspect. You know, we're gonna be doing this for 90 days. If you wanna follow along, like I said, you can do it here on YouTube, or you can do it right here on the social media that we're using. That's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna get on the gym floor. I'm done talking for now. I gotta start exercising. I'm feeling a little flabby. I really want this to inspire everyone to just get off the couch. You don't have to get a gym membership. I know sometimes you don't have access to gyms or maybe the finances to get a membership. Go outside, go for walks, grab cans of soup, just do exercises, do push-ups. Do push-ups from your knees and your hands if you have to. It does not matter. Use the stairs in your house. If you're in a condo, go to the stairwell. Start with doing 1 flight of stairs. Next week, do 2. It does not have to be extreme in everything that you do in order to get healthier. You start with the small steps. Then it doesn't seem like such a monumental task. Literally the steps. Put in the steps. Almost everybody's phone has a step counter. Do that. By month 2, you're already gonna notice changes. You're gonna be feeling better. This is what we want from people. We want 2024 to be the best year for them. And the best way to bring up your finances, your mental state, your relationships is to start internally. Your mind will follow your body. I know a lot of people think your body follows your mind, but if your mind is in a position where maybe you've abused it for a few years, you're under a lot of stress, your brain wants to check out. Let's start by getting the body healthy again, drinking your water, eating healthy, and then your mind will start catching up with it and be like, I feel good, I feel great. Time to transform myself in 2024. We've actually called the 2024 challenge the Becoming More in 24. That's right, I don't care how tacky it sounds. I want everybody participating or even just watching along to end this year better than they were when they started. All right, see how long I can ramble? I'm gonna cut this here. I'm gonna go hit my workout. Thanks for tuning in. 90-day challenge starting now. Got a sweet posing room here at the den. They've got all the lights set up. They got the controls on the wall and all that. But yeah, so you can come in here and pose. But what we're in here for today is to check out how heavy we are. So our starting weight, ooh, a little heavier than even I expected. So I'm up a total of 22 pounds since August of last year. But hey, it is what it is. That's the starting point. That's where we need to work from. It doesn't matter what that scale says. I'm telling you that right now. It doesn't matter if you don't like that number. That number means nothing. All it means is that's what today equates to if you're trying to make changes. That's it. That scale doesn't tell me my value. It doesn't tell me how I look. It doesn't tell me any of that kind of shit. All that tells me is that's my point of reference. I'm going to be better than that 1 minute from now. Even better 1 day from now, 1 week from now, 1 month from now. At the end of this 90 days, I'm not even going to remember what that number was on there. That's why I need this video, so I can look back and say, wow, I absolutely crushed it. I was 213, whatever the hell that number was. I don't give a damn, because it's not going to matter. It's going to be what used to be, and I'm not even going to think about it again. All right? So that's how we're approaching this 90 days. Becoming more in 24 is you becoming the better version of you, whatever that means. And it starts with health. Maybe I'll even shave for you guys. Episode 2. That's what you have to look forward to. My ugly mug, just less hair. All right, now we're out of here. We'll be back with another video in a couple days. A little bit of training tips and techniques and some update. And then we'll step back on that scale. Let's see what that scale is telling us. All right, I'm out for real now.